today I'm on my way to a dent on a sliding door of a VW Transporter. I've only seen a photo. It looks to be about a football sized dent. Fairly soft. It has gone into the curve just above kind of the lower body line of the door panel. So I can see there's a crown, some tension there, certainly a high spot to be, or tension to be released. I'm assuming I'm probably going to use cold glue or hot glue, start moving the metal. Of course I'll check what access there is when I get on site. But as always, I'll run the camera around when we get there and we'll have a look at the damage. So this is the dent I'm looking at today on the sliding door, right down the lower bottom section. It's a little high spot at the very bottom, a fairly kind of shallow main dent, but a lot of the tension is held in at the top. So looking at it with the line board, we can see the main depth of the damage, and right at the top where those lines pinch together, that's my crown, just here. That's the peak of the crown. So a lot of tension across this body line, but once I start releasing that tension, that low section should start to come out, and then I'll concentrate on that little high spot towards the end. The first thing I want to do with this damage is just start to release some of the tension. There's a secondary crown below the damage and the main crown at the very top. So I'm not looking to tap this down fully at this stage, just release some of the tension to make the metal flow a little bit easier. Now I'm going to start this repair with cold glue. So I've warmed up the panel, warming up my glue, and I'll place it right in the deepest point. Now I've released some of the tension, I'm hoping some of this dent's going to pop out. A few good pulls, and quite quickly I've reduced half the size of that damage. So a large section below has come out. I took it as far as I could with cold glue, and it stopped wanting to move, so now I'm switching to hot glue. I've got a good sized tab, again right in that deepest point. I'm using my slide hammer. I just begin drawing that metal out. Throughout this repair you'll see me going back and forth between tapping down tension and pulling out lows. As soon as I feel that the crown stops giving when I'm tapping it down, that's when I'll switch tactics to start pulling the low, and vice versa. If my low stops being able to be pulled out, that indicates to me there's some tension that needs to be moved. So you can see I've massively reduced the tension above the body line. I'm just softening up the tension that runs along the line itself. So once I'm happy that I've reduced some of the tension, I'm going to go back to glue pulling. As my dent reduces in size, so do the tabs that I use. I'm still using hot glue. I've just got a small tab on there at the moment, and again using my slide hammer to just start lifting out some of the metal. And as the shape of the damage changes, I'll also change my tab accordingly. So there's a very slight crease in the low, which is why I've switched to a crease tab. Throughout this repair I'm continually checking it on the line board, reading my reflection as I go. You can start off with a rough plan, but as the dent changes shape you may need to change your kind of plan of attack and kind of move as the metal moves. So right now I've got this stubborn little low right on the top of the body line, and my glue's just struggling to kind of lift that up. So at this point I decide to check for access and just see if I can get a tool behind. Along the bottom edge there's this little drain hole. I can get a tool through there, but it's a bit of an awkward shape. I've got the curve of the panel, and the tool I want to use doesn't quite get me to that body line, at least not with the leverage I want to use. Thankfully I found this other access hole right underneath the damage. And these are the different tools that I tried to get through the access hole. This was the one that was just the right length, just the right reach to get me up behind the dent and start working it. It's a flag tool from BLE with a blade tip, and I've just got a bit of tape wrapped around the end. So watching the reflection, you can see the lines starting to move together, which shows you where my tip is on the inside of the panel. And I'll begin working out that dent before switching back to glue. So now that the panel's starting to take shape, I'm going to concentrate on removing this tiny little high right below the damage. I'm using the VIP knockdown just to get some real accuracy, and I'm just really working on the sharpest point, the peak of that high spot. Gradually releasing the tension down, checking it on the line ball as I go until I can get those lines to read true again. Then I know I've removed my high spot and released any tension that may be held at the bottom edge of my damage. So anytime you're working dent damage, it's important to check it from both sides as you go, cross-check throughout the repair. So you'll see me working from the left side, the right side, above and below the damage. And right now I've got my tool behind the panel, picking out some micro lows. And again, switching back to my small glue tabs, tapping down any high spots that appear from my pushing or from my pulling, and even getting right down low to make sure I've got a good read on the damage. And then to finish off this repair, I'm going to use a blending hammer, and you'll see me working the whole section of the panel, not just where the dent was, blending out any texture, any distortion and tension that remains in that lower section of the panel, just so I've got a really nice flat clean panel at the end of my repair. If you're looking to get started into the PDR industry, I've built a foundation course. It covers all of the essential skills to get you started practicing PDR from home. It's step 1 on your PDR path to becoming a paid PDR tech. And you can check that out at learnpdronline.com.